Hola, welcome guys. It's Tarot Me Amor, special Tarot on the Beach edition today. This is for our Taurus friends. Every Monday we do Aries and Taurus, singles and couples, the 4 pillars and the heart spread. And right now I'm going to do the 4 pillars, singles, super singles reading. For Taurus is for the 3rd week in April, guys. I'm getting out ahead of the game. And see what we got. Already shuffled, put some energy on it. Love and relationships, so it serves the greatest good. What can we say for our Taurus friends? And this is super singles, so you want to be wide open. We want to leave a runway open for the soulmate that's been circling around. Can't land because we've been busy with other things. You've been busy with other people in your life, but now you're open, and we're going to let them come in, and we're going to bring them down and land them, and we're going to pick them up and take them on a date and get to know them. And we're going to look at the 4 pillars: the emotional, intellectual, sexual, romance, lifestyle, and core value areas of their life. So Knight of Pentacles, King of Wands, this is their emotional nature. It's a very different read, so if you read tarot, maybe don't jump to conclusions because it's a little different. So Knight of Swords, their intellectual nature, and the 8 of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, King of Wands. This is not a lightweight, guys. Not a lightweight. Remember, they're your person. It's good, you know. You ain't gonna push them around. Nobody. So 10 of Swords, this is their sexual nature again. Don't freak out. It's okay. High Priestess. It's kind of interesting to go with the Knight of Swords there. I like it. Okay. And this is their core value and lifestyle. 7 of Swords. Buenos días.
Buenos días.
And also for the core value and lifestyle here, Queen of Pentacles. 2 Kings, a Knight, the High Priestess. Okay, let's see what we got here, guys. Start with their emotions. And with the Knight of Pentacles and the King of Wands. So we're trying to identify what are they going to be like. What stories might they tell? Man, this is a solid person. You know, you don't get like this with a bad childhood. I mean, I'm sorry. I know you can do a lot of work and everything, but there's nothing that beats being steeped your entire childhood in that energy from parents who are emotionally whole, emotionally aware, emotionally available, emotionally intelligent. Your whole life, you know, it creates this kind of energy that they have of being, you know, strong and balanced. With the King of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles emotionally, it's they're so strong. Like with the Knight of Pentacles, this is someone, they're so steady and reliable, and they're always the same emotionally, and they're like always there for you. So one thing is going to be clear, even if you're on a date and you're talking to them, guys, it's like they're there for you. It's like they're in the moment, this person, and especially with the King of Wands. Like, again, it's hard to get like this. This is like, they don't have to read Be Here Now. They could have written that book. You know, they are here now. They're always here now. They're not wondering what happened in the past, you know. They're not worried about what's going to happen in the future. They're always focused on the moment. Well, that's going to come out over here into their lifestyle, core values, too. Because when you have this energy, tell you what story they're not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you a story about having fucked up love affairs and everything like that. You know, they may have had breakups and had divorces, but they won't have been involved in any nightmare horror stories that they're going to tell you about. Be like a straight up divorce. I'm trying to think of too what they might be like. Well, I mean, they won't be looking at their cell phone when they're with you. They're going to be focused on you. Um, and really kind of appropriately excited, like when you're meeting and you're saying something about your accomplishments. They may gush, but it will be like an appropriate gushing. You know what I mean? It's like they won't. There's nothing fake about them too. Very authentic. This person, like completely authentic, is what it is. Get what you get. Mean what they say what they mean. So when they react to you, it's like this with this genuineness, like that should make you really feel good. Like if you get a laugh from them, it's gonna be a real laugh. You know, they're not gonna laugh just to make you feel better or something. Um, and then intellectually, with the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Pentacles, with the Eight of Pentacles, they've done work. I mean, there's just kind of no way to read that other than college. I mean, they may have done other work. Maybe they're apprentice and with Pentacles, and they learned a special field. Maybe they're a glass blower, but they did put into work, and they probably have an advanced degree or some kind of certificate or something, because they've done this work. And with the Knight of Swords, they're pretty outspoken. Okay, look, you got the Knight of Pentacles emotionally and the Knight of Swords. So let me tell you, this person does not go off half-cocked. They do not theorize. Again, they're in the moment. They don't theorize. They don't project. This person does not project. If they look at someone and say something about that person, it is not about them. They're not projecting their shit. You can take it to the bank, whatever they say, and because they're pretty smart and pretty observant too, so you can really take it to the bank. And I think they might be pretty outspoken. They're not afraid to say what they think, but it wouldn't be like in an uncool way, like oh, fuck all them and all that. And it's like they might just state something very matter-of-factly from a position of knowing and completely mastering whatever they're talking about. And so that you're going to see on the date. They're going to want to talk to you about everything, probably. Like, this could be a long date, I think. Again, this person's also they're not only self-aware, but they're very centered, this person, very self-directed, very self-contained. So they don't need you. They want you. They don't need you. They don't need anyone. They're very self-contained. And they may tell you these stories about the work that they've done. They may like to talk about that with the Knight of Swords. And they're not afraid to take on something intellectually too. Like, this would be a person, like if you presented them at work with something they've never done before, and it was hard, and they would look at it like, aha, good, a challenge. So they like a challenge, and they like an intellectual challenge. They might play games. They might play, be into like pretty advanced, I don't do this, pretty advanced word games or something like that, like on their phone or something, if you ask them, okay? And then sexually, with the Ten of Swords and the High Priestess, man or woman, they're submissive. And again, you get this with these people that are strong and self-contained and always being in control, really, just naturally in control. And then when it comes to sex, they like to let go, so they like to swoon. They like to be knocked off their feet. They like someone to, a knight in shining armor, to come along and sweep them off their feet. It kind of that energy of swooning. And I think they could be quite submissive. Like, they might even like if you some mild bondage, this type of thing, or even just you taking both their wrists and holding them and putting them in physical positions where they're a little bit bound or is submissive to you, and they really like to let go, sexually. It's like a huge release for them. It might be the one place where they really sort of let their guard down completely. And with the High Priestess here, the Ten of Swords, I try to think of the Mars and Venus signs. I'm a Venus in Scorpio, and that's coming to mind. But with the High Priestess, could be like a Mars in Pisces. And I'm going to tell you, when you're making love to them, they're in their mind having a fantasy. So you might want to be a little quiet. Yeah, like maybe don't interrupt their fantasy. Or go along with their fantasy. Let them share that with you and kind of play into it, whatever they're fantasizing about. That's okay for you. They'd probably really like that. The more they can let go and submit and you take control sexually, the more they're going to like it. Okay, you can throw them around and decide when, and they should be okay with that. They want you to do that. Now, in terms of lifestyle and core values, with the Queen of Pentacles, you got someone's going to be pretty conservative, if not in their politics, in terms of their life and life choices. They're not going to want to live on an off-grid organic commune in a tiny house. Okay, that's not going to happen. But with the Seven of Swords, it implies strategic thinking in this position, that aspect of it. It kind of goes back to the Knight of Swords and their intellect, because that carries over to what they do. So there's someone that does something substantial. And with the Queen of Pentacles, again, it's that mature energy. That's whether they're young or old, they're mature. And they're very good at strategic thinking. So, like if you're going to get together, they would be very good at planning out your future, from everything to like what would be the best place to live that's conducive to both of your needs, your investments. They would handle all of that. They may handle investments here with the Queen of Pentacles and the Seven of Swords. They may tell you a story where they work in investments, in an investment house, something like that, handling other people's resources. Maybe they're a money manager of some kind, too. Okay. I'm trying to think of what other stories they might tell you. They're likely to talk about, with this Knight of Swords, their work that they've done. I mean their work like on themselves too, emotionally and intellectually here. They might talk about like college days. I got a feeling like what it was like for them. That might have been a big deal for them, where they learned a lot. That Knight of Swords, like when they went out into the college, it was just kind of like the sixth house in astrology, out into life, and got to really see the big wide world. Like they got a lot out of it, and they learned a lot. I think they're going to talk about that. And if you even a little bit hint around sex, I think you're going to get the idea of how they like you to be more directive sexually. I think you'll get that. And ask them what they do and see if it isn't something that involves this very strategic thinking on their part, and something to do about money. They could flip homes. They probably have a good eye for value. Look at the Queen of Pentacles, so lush and everything around her, the peacock. They may like nice things too. I get that feeling. Again, they're going to want a nice house, a nice home. I think they're going to be able to provide it, or definitely contribute. But it's going to be important to them that the home is nice and feels good and is comfortable. So let me know, Taurus, what you think. This is your person, okay? Your soulmate. Go out on a date and find them, because this will be someone you haven't met yet. That's how this reading should work. If there's someone you've met, it's on your mind, we'll get the heart spread. It's going to speak to you there. This would be for that Totally new person that comes in. That's your person, not your next ex-wife, next ex-husband, but the one that Spirit wants you to be with. Thank you, guys.